ago, in a land of castles and whispers, there lived a wealthy man known as Bluebeard. His beard shimmered with a strange blue tint so unusual that people gossiped about him. Some said it was a sign of magic, others said it was a curse. But in this telling, Bluebeard was kind, generous, and eager to share his fortune. He married a young woman full of curiosity and spirit. On their wedding day, he placed a golden ring on her finger and handed her a set of keys. "These are the keys to my castle," he said warmly. "Every door is yours to open. Explore freely. Enjoy the treasures, but one door is special. Wait until the right moment." The young bride wandered through the castle, marveling its wonders. Banquet halls echoing with laughter, gardens filled with roses and fountains, libraries stacked with books from distant lands, kitchens filled with spices and sweet aromas. Yet the small key weighed in her pocket heavily. Days passed and curiosity tugged her heart. Finally, she unlocked the forbidden door. Inside, she gasped, not in horror, but in delight. The chamber was filled with treasure chests, jewels, golden crowns, silken gowns, and gifts meant for her. When Bluebeard returned, he saw her standing among the treasure. Instead of anger, he smiled. "Now you know all my secret," he said gently. "I wanted to see if you could trust me, and now I can trust you." From then on, they lived happily together. The young wife became known for her wisdom and generosity, sharing the treasure with those in need. Bluebeard was remembered not as a monster, but as a man who taught that trust and honesty make love stronger. As the moral of the happy tale, secrets lose their power when they share love, and the trust builds lasting happiness. The original tale was far darker. Bluebeard was not remembered for kindness, but for cruelty. His wealth was great, but his wives kept vanishing, and the whispers followed him like shadows. He married again, choosing a young woman full of curiosity. On their wedding day, he gave her the keys of his castle. "Explore every room," he said coldly, "but never open the small door." At first, she obeyed. She wandered through the castle, marveling its wonders, but the forbidden door gaunt her thoughts. Why forbid it? What secrets lay inside it? One stormy night, when Bluebeard was away, she unlocked the door. The key trembled in her hand. The door creaked open, and a gust of icy air swept over her. Inside, she froze in horror. The chamber was lined with the lifeless bodies of Bluebeard's former wives. One wore a wedding gown, now yellowed with age, her veil torn, and her eyes wide as though pleading. Another lay in a velvet dress, her hands clasped together as she was praying for mercy. A third one was wrapped in silk, her hair tangled, her lips parted in silent scream. A fourth one sat slumped in a brocade, her jewels scattered, her face pale as a marble. Others leaned against the walls, their shadows stretching long, their silence heavier than stone. The air was thick with the stench of death. The walls seemed to whisper with their silence, as the chamber itself remembered their final cries. She screamed, dropping the key, but the blood stain on it would never wash away. Bluebeard returned, his voice thunderous. "You disobeyed me. Now you will join them." He dragged her towards the chamber, sword in hand. The castle echoed with cries. Doors slammed, footsteps pounded. In the storm outside raged louder. Lightning flashed through the windows. Thunder shook the walls. The young woman struggled, her heart pounding, her voice breaking as she cried for help. Bluebeard raised his blade. His shadow loomed over her, stretching long across the stone floor as the chamber itself was swallowing her whole. Then a clash. The doors burst open. Figures stormed in, cloaked in storm's fury. Steel clashed against steel. The battle shook the castle halls. Sparks flew across the sword strokes. Bluebeard roared like a beast, his voice echoing through the chamber, mingling with the whispers and the dead wives. The clash seemed endless as the castle itself demanded blood. At last, Bluebeard fell. His body crumpled among the shadows. His cruelty ended. The young woman survived, but the memory of that chamber haunted her forever. She inherited his fortune, but the blood-stained key remained, a reminder of the price of curiosity and the horror of the hidden secrets. Moral of this dark tale: curiosity can uncover terrible truths, and power can be twisted into monstrous cruelty.